Oftentimes you hear things along the lines of social media ruined this, social media ruined that. Things weren't like this until social media. And I came to a conclusion today. Some people are gonna watch this video and be like, well, obviously, and duh. And I'm like, shut up, okay? Let me get this out. Social media was never actually the problem. The problem was always us. The people. The people are the problem. 3 things happened this morning alone that made me come to this conclusion. But before I get into that, a little bit of self-promo, Bryce_Estelle. I've been streaming every day on Twitch at Bryce_Estelle, and I have a lives account. I'm going to tag both in the description. Anyways, 3 things I'm going to tell you in reverse order for absolutely no reason, okay? Yesterday, basically, I made a video about Kobe Bryant's widow, Vanessa Bryant, because I had found out that morning, apparently, allegedly to me, that she had gotten pregnant. Actually, no, it was actually the day before, I think. And people were like, oh yeah, there's a bunch of men bashing her for being pregnant, saying that like it's wrong because like her husband used to be Kobe or whatever is Kobe. I don't know how people want to consider that. Because I know my mom, her first husband died. I mean, her husband died. So she kind of refers to him like as like her husband. But also my mom's single, so it's not weird. It's not like disrespectful for her to refer to him as her husband. And as I tell these stories, you're going to figure out I myself am not immune to these human problems I'm talking about. But basically, I'm going to explain to you what happened. I'm thinking, wow, people are really bashing her for getting pregnant. It's been 5 years. I feel like it's okay if she moves on. Even if it was one day, bro. If you move on, you move on. And the thing is, I feel like regardless at the end of the day, if she moved on or not, her getting with a new person, she's still going to feel the pain. Like, I'm sure she still misses Kobe. You know what I mean? Like, her being pregnant wouldn't mean, like, any sort of inherent disrespect to him. But anyways, I heard men were disrespecting her over it. And then I looked on TikTok, like, I think it was either the night before or, like, the very early morning. So anyways, I see, I'm like, okay, yep, men are shaming her. Let me see if I can make a video being like, hey, you know, she can move on. That's completely fine. But then I really started thinking about the concept of her being pregnant. And then I started thinking for myself, I'm like, bro, imagine you get Kobe Bryant's, I mean, I don't know what I want to call her like the ex-wife. You get his ex-wife pregnant. I feel like that's an interesting concept. So I made a TikTok video, okay? And I wasn't gonna show you, but I think I'm gonna show you now. All right, bet. Let me hop right into it. If I was ever inside Kobe's wife, I would need a second. Like, I would need a breather. Like, whoa, like I'm in hollowed ground. But to be real, I'm surprised it took this long for someone to get his wife pregnant, because you understand, if you get Vanessa Bryant pregnant, you become the Black Mamba, okay? You recover the mantle. It's like the Green Lantern ring. Like, all the magic, all the work ethic, the mentality, it's all in there. Where else would he leave it? He hit it where he thought no one else was gonna get it, okay? But unfortunately, he ended up passing away. So now it's kind of just there lying dormant until this guy came through, he got her pregnant. The thing is, people are mad at her. They're like, oh, like, how could you get pregnant? You're Kobe's ex-wife. And it's like, no, you don't understand. Kobe would want someone to recover the Mamba mentality. Like, I'm sure Kobe was in heaven or wherever you believe he is, watching, smiling upon his wife getting impregnated. Like, on a very serious note, okay? Rest in peace to him. I'm sure he's looking like, yeah, like, this is what I want, like, for the world, you know, and for her as his wife, you know, he wants her to be happy. I'm not gonna lie, if he was alive and this happened, he would definitely get her pregnant like 2 more times, you know, because of the mentality. I seriously think you guys are hating on her a bit too much, okay? She had all the Mamba power within her. She had to release it somewhere. You think about how much that weighs down on you over 5 years, just pure Mamba within you. She's sitting there, she's like, oh my gosh, please, someone get the Mamba out. Someone, please, it's been so long. And then someone finally did, okay? So I think everyone involved is happy. I think it's a win-win-win, okay? And win for us, or no, win for me. I kind of like the news. I'm happy about it. Yeah, so you see what I mean? You know, just a little chill little video about it. You see what I mean? Chill little video might make you chuckle once or twice, depending on your sense of humor. You know, people in the comments like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You know, I'm used to that kind of thing typically. But this, and by the way, I don't know if you ever have like some sort of viral video or anything like that. It always happens this exact way. If you ever get under controversy, it always starts with, yep, views going up. Everyone's like, oh my gosh. And then one person or a couple people say something negative, and then boom, you're under fire. Everything was fine and dandy, and it still kind of is, you know, but it was and then a couple people came in. It's such a weird thing to say about a woman, instantly making it a thing, okay? And this part of the problem. People want everything to be a thing. Why are you talking about a woman that way? Completely disregarding the fact that I'm also talking about a dead man in a way that's probably much worse. Like, to be all honesty, because this broke down what I said about both of them. Made a claim that she was pregnant, and if I was sleeping with her, I'd be a little shy about it because that's Kobe's ex. I'm surprised it took someone that long to get her pregnant. It's okay that she's moved on because it's been years, and she probably felt pressure from the Mamba being inside of her. Now, mind you, let's remember who the Mamba is. Kobe Bryant, okay? The whole, it's kind of like Mamba's euphemism for his penis. Okay, not in reality, like people didn't do that, but that's what I was doing in the video. So mind you, imagine you die, right? You pass away. You literally, like, you're not alive. You're no longer with us. And I'm talking about a man impregnating the person that you love most. I said that you would probably want someone. You probably want someone to get them pregnant, okay? But if you were alive, you would definitely get them pregnant twice because of your work ethic. Now, mind you, this is all just top off my head. I obviously didn't watch that video just now. I didn't have my headphones in. I wasn't paying attention. I implied that when you slept with your wife, you left something inside of her for eventually someone to recover it, right? Is that not a weird way to talk about everyone involved in the situation? Is that not just a weird, am I not just like a weird guy for talking about it in that manner? Like, why does it have to be a thing? Like, what? Oh my gosh. He just, he mentioned the concept of having sex with a woman. How dare he? I literally said his penis was where he got his powers from. His penis was where he got his powers. That's weird. That's a weird thing to say about a man. And he's dead. He's not even alive. He's not even alive. I'm not laughing about his passing. Rest in peace, Kobe. I think that's very sad. But like, I'm laughing at the fact where it's like, bro, like this. So, okay, I like my videos. I like my content. But imagine you pass away and I'm talking about your meat. And I'm like, oh man, your meat, man, it's what gave you your power. Now someone's gonna have to take the power that comes from your meat, but they're gonna get it through a different vessel. The vessel being the lady parts of, again, the woman you loved most. These are weird things to say about these people in general. So it's like, if there was a comment, they're like, oh, you're weird, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it. I'm a weird guy. I'm peculiar. But implying that I spoke weirdly about Vanessa Bryant, but not also weirdly about Kobe Bryant, is asinine. And when it comes to that situation, that's not all. Okay, but wait, there's more. Actually, not gonna lie, there's 4 things in this video. Okay, 4. But yeah, I'm still on this one. Okay, there's another thing that happened though. It turns out Vanessa Bryant not pregnant. Okay, literally, they saw a picture of her. They thought her stomach looked a little bit big, assumed she was pregnant, which is insane. I literally couldn't believe it when I heard the news. And this is another problem with the internet. Like, when I hear Vanessa Bryant's pregnant, and yes, I should have done my due diligence. That's what I'm saying. I'm also part of the problem. But like, when I hear, oh, Vanessa Bryant's pregnant, I'm like, okay, she must have posted something, must have posted an ultrasound. She must have announced it, that she's pregnant. No. They just saw her stomach was a bit bigger than they wanted it to be, and they're like, oh, she's pregnant. Is that not wild, bro? Now I look crazy. Now for all someone knows, I'm one of those guys who just like looked at the stomach and was like, oop, she's pregnant. Or, women were definitely in on it too, because there was a whole, debate back and forth, because, it takes 2 to tango. Like, obviously, there was the much more reasonable side of like, yes, it's okay if she moves on. But then, so it's like, even those people who were defending her still were under the assumption that she was pregnant. But the thing is, I know for a fact, I wasn't the only person to got like this. Because it's like, you say like, oh, someone's pregnant. Oh, there's all this outroar about someone being pregnant. You imagine that like this would be like a fact. And like, it's like, yeah, you can talk about social media, but like, I'm not blaming social media. And people want to be like, oh, social media culture. Like, yes, like I get what you're saying, but like, bro, it's literally us. It's literally just human beings. It's the fact that so many of us can be in such a small space, we cause problems. So it's like, not only did I not know that she wasn't pregnant when I made the video, so I imagine she was pregnant, but the video went viral, did its thing, me. But now I have people coming in my comments being like, she's not even pregnant. This is weird. So literally, bro, there's this dude, bro. He's trying to go back and forth with me. He's like, bro, like, I can't believe you're spreading lies about a dead man's wife. I'm like, what do you mean spreading lies? Because for one, okay, the rumor was confirmed false after I posted my video, okay? Or at the very least, I didn't see anything till after I posted my video, but then I went back, I looked up retroactively, and I can't find anything about her not being pregnant from before I posted the video. So like, I'm kind of in the clear there. And do you think I'm going to delete the video? No. No, it's a quality good video regardless of whether or not she's pregnant. Clearly, some random white dude in there telling me I'm spreading lies, and I'm like, do you know what a lie is? Like that, a lie is an intentional false statement. Like, clearly this wasn't intentional. I just didn't know. But then again, he's sitting there arguing with me. He's like, oh no, actually she denied it on Sunday, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, bro, low-key, it doesn't matter, because if I didn't know, I didn't know. And this is another aspect of the internet thinking like everything has to be a thing. You know what I mean? And I'm saying the internet, but like people want everything to be a thing. This is literally what happened with like the Wizard Liz and Landon. Again, in case you don't know, I posted about it quite a bit, but anyways, this girl, Wizard Liz, she got cheated on by this guy, and they basically said that he plotted on her from before they even met, so he could embarrass her in the moment of cheating on her, which I thought was very far-fetched. And that's my example of like, people think it has to be a thing, instead of just like, oh man, he saw somebody he found attractive, couldn't control his lust, and he wanted to be unfaithful, he tried to cheat on her. It's, oh no, he was planning from the beginning, he was trying to do this, and that. So instead of me just being a guy where I heard someone say she was pregnant and I believe that she was pregnant, now it's, oh, I'm intentionally spreading this false narrative that she's pregnant for some reason because I have some vendetta against Vanessa Bryant. It's ridiculous, bro. Okay, now I'm going to get to the second thing, the second internet thing. Okay, so look at this right here. Someone said bisexuals only allowed to celebrate until the 15th. After that, y'all got to be quiet, because it's Pride Month. I'm going to make a Pride Month post eventually, I think. But yeah, happy Pride Month, everybody. But yeah, so here we go. That's the joke, because the whole thing with Black History Month is they say biracials, 50-50ers, white mom, black dad, black mom, white dad, they can only celebrate half the month. And when that happens, it's tee hee ha ha. So funny. But right here, someone made the same joke with bisexuals. And they said, this is only funny for Black History Month. And then they said, proof you can't take black jokes and apply it to everything else. 66,000 likes, 9,000. Like, I'm like, are they serious? And look at this, bro. And mind you, this is Black Twitter, so it's other Black people. She's making these comments. Bisexuals up in arms about this. Like, they can't believe it. They're like, what do you mean half the month? And obviously it's a joke. No one can enforce it. They're like, oh, how could you even say something like that? How could you? But they're like, oh, how could you even say something like that? How could you discredit our queerhood just because we're bisexual as opposed to being a full-blown homosexual? Almost as if biracial people also have a black experience. They live a black experience. How dare you discredit their experience just because they are not fully black, when it's honestly rare that most black people in America are fully black due to, slave owner stuff like that, distant ancestors. And like, mind you, if people get mad about the whole biracial thing, oh, it's a joke. And it is a joke. It's whatever. Actually, some people get a little too serious about it. But look, bro, they're out here stacking proof. They're taking screenshots, bro, as if this is some incriminating evidence. And here's the thing. If it was a biracial woman who made this tweet, if it was a white woman who made this tweet, I would understand a lot more the anger. This is a seemingly, and I'm not going to zoom in on a picture, this looks like a dark-skinned black woman, fully black, as black as you can be, that made this post. And you're mad. But this is the very same thing that you do to biracial people. But you're mad because now you feel affected by it. Now you're offended by the joke. You're not in on it anymore. It's all tee hee ha ha until you're not in on it anymore. It's, oh my gosh, it's not that deep, until it does become that deep for you because it's affecting you. Now, when you're the butt of the joke, you don't like it because, okay, actually, I got to get something from outside, but I got to sit down for this. Bro, because my problem is biracial people, because again, like, people are like, oh, but bisexuals still face discrimination, which yes, they do. That's a factual thing. But biracials face discrimination. Biracial people face discrimination from black people and white people. Like, literally, bro, an insult for black people is accusing them of being biracial. Like, anytime I get on here, I do something people don't like, people are always like, ooh, he's got a white mom. Ooh, he must have a white mom. He must have a white dad. Like, literally, they accuse me of being biracial as an insult, which I am not, by the way. And see, I have to say that because of my internalized, biracial phobia, maybe? I don't know. When I say internalized, I mean it's not overt. Like, obviously, I'm not going to say anything negative towards biracial people. So it's like, a lot of these, it's funny because, again, this person who's probably a bisexual saying this doesn't realize the connection between bisexuals and bro, imagine being a biracial bisexual. Oh, God. But the connection between bisexual and biracial, they probably feel a lot of similar things, bro. Because mind you, being a bisexual, bro, straight people look at some bisexual people crazy, right? And then there are gay people who don't even allow bisexual people to claim gayness or like queerness. Like, they don't really like consider them to be a part of the community. The same way where a biracial black person is still black to white people, and to some black people, it's like, oh, but you're white though. Like, it's just like, bro, like I really don't understand how people can like say something like this and not completely see how hypocritical they're being. It just seems like the only defense they have is, oh my gosh, it's a joke. It's a funny when I'm like, see, and now it's a black joke that only we can make. And again, is it a black joke or is it shitty black logic? Like on a very serious note, like, is it a joke or are there black people who genuinely don't see biracials as other black people, who genuinely have issues with biracials celebrating Black History Month, claiming their blackness? The same exact way, I might add, that there are gay people who have very serious problems with bisexual people. It's like, I don't know how much I need to spell it out, but it's crazy to me because I didn't click on this tweet until literally recording this video. So seeing that this is at 66K likes, and this is at 3,000 and 2.7 quotes, I cannot believe she's getting dragged for this. Like, I figured like, oh, this was a post that went viral, and then like, when there's like a secondary viral post, it's like, okay, but no, she must be getting tore up for this, and it's so ridiculous to me. It's just a prime example of a fundamental, like to the core, lack of empathy. Like I truly don't see what someone could possibly be confused about. And the thing is, you're always going to see it. We're always going to be at odds. Like each little splinter subgroup, there's always going to be issue. And it's just the more I think about it, the crazier it gets. Like, people call biracial people half breeds. Like a lot of people sit there and they're like, oh well, biracial people, they have their white side. They can just pick and choose, which side they want to be. So they have to, like, no, they don't, bro. No, they don't. I promise you, white people still know biracial people are biracial. Now, mind you, if we want to talk about people who are white passing, that's a completely different thing. Like, and I mean, when I say white passing, I don't mean light skin. I mean people who are genuinely white passing. You don't know they're mixed, or you don't know they have black in them until they literally tell you. But again, we're talking about mixed people, bro. The Tyrese Halliburtons of the world, he gets treated like a black person from white people. That's simply what it is, bro. White people, white people are less colorist than black people. What I mean by that is, if someone's racist, right? If a white person's racist, they're gonna treat all of us pretty shitty at the end of the day. Most of them, okay? They're not gonna get into the nitty gritty. Oh well, you're pretty light, so I'm gonna take it. No, bro. We're all getting called the hard R. That's what they're doing, right? But black people who are colorist, are extremely, well, regardless of what direction your colorist, extremely colorist. The other day on stream, bro, we were watching Pop the Balloon. This one dude, there were 3 dark skinned women there. He popped all their balloons. She says, pop 3 balloons. It was crazy. Okay, the host of the show said, pop 3 balloons. Bro walked up, pop, pop, pop. The only dark skinned women there popped all their balloons. And every time he was just like, oh, not my type. Anyways, my point is, black colorists, again, regardless of which direction they're being colorist, they are extreme. Okay, I want to drink this coconut water. It's like, it doesn't matter. We could explain this to so many people that, biracial people have problems too. We could explain to a bunch of gay people that bisexual people have problems too, but they don't care. Okay, these people, when they want to hate on these people, they don't care. Especially if you're part of an oppressed party, they just want to say whatever the fuck they want. And the crazy thing to me is, there's always the argument where it's like, oh, this group can say this, right? Because when this group says it, it's harmful, right? There's systemic power behind saying this. But my thing is, with some of those things, why say it at all? Like, what's the point of saying it? Like, yes, we can acknowledge someone saying, like, a white person calling me the N-word is worse than me calling them, I don't want to say the C word, but like, I hear like there's some platforms that are like finicky with like that word. It's like, if I call a white person that word, I'm trying to insult them, I'm trying to call them a slur. Is it anywhere close to as bad as them calling me the N-word? Of course not. But why am I doing it? Like, why am I even in that situation? It's like, for however long society has deemed it okay for people in oppressed parties to lash out and essentially get revenge by treating, the oppressors completely horribly. Now, mind you, not the active oppressors. I mean, after, not the oppression's over, because the oppression doesn't really end, but like someone who's, like, I've seen black people be extremely mean to white people just because they're white, when that white person was trying to be as kind as possible to them. And again, not in like a, oh my gosh, like I'm gonna infantilize this black person, because I don't want to seem racist. Like, someone, like, genuine kind people I've seen get shit on just because they're white. And obviously I'm not saying that kind of racism is worse than racism that happens to black people, because people always take stuff like that out of context. Of course I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, yes, there's certain reactionary things where it's like being more cautious around white people, women being more cautious around men. But when it comes to, you're just straight insulting somebody, why? Like, why do you feel the need to do that? Right? And then it's like, now we're like, oh, because, the years of oppression, da, 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 da. Like, that's okay. But it's like, is it okay? Like, who said it was okay? It's like, as a society, it seems like we agreed upon that. But when did we agree upon that? And why? We have a bad habit of thinking just because something's the norm, that it's the correct thing to do. Especially, when you talk about like political allegiances. Like, people talk about red, people talk about blue. Bro, both parties literally have things like that, where it's like, oh, well, this is how things have always been. And it's like, okay, but well, we've said this is okay. Okay, you said it's okay, but does that make it okay? Like, does the defense actually work for what we're talking about here? Because me going up, and calling a random white person a slur, or even just like a mean name because they're white, is that reasonable? Due to history of slavery? I don't think so. But it's like, people don't want oppressed parties to work on anything. Like, they don't want them to work on themselves. Being oppressed doesn't absolve you of any sort of responsibility for how you treat people. But people want it to so bad. Like, again, people infantilize anyone who's oppressed. Like, imagine, think about it. You're raising kids, right? And growing up, say they're twins. And from ages like 4 to 8, there is one kid giving the other kid a very hard time, and you're reprimanding the kid, but like the kid just keeps going, right? So 4 through 8, and then from years 8 to 9, the other kid flips the script and starts being mean to the other kid, are you going to stop the kid and be like, hey, that's not nice? Or are you going to be like, oh, it's okay because for those 4 years, that kid was bullying the other one? Like, since that twin was so much worse previously, yeah, the other one can bully it now. Like, that's completely fine. Some people would say yes. Some people would genuinely say yes to that question. But personally, I think if you somehow got both those kids to, be as nice to each other as possible, that would be the best, way to go through things. Obviously, this is the real world. It doesn't work that way. This is like the moral story. And like I always say, these things aren't going to change. Like, people are always going to be like this just because this is how they are. But as far as justification and is it right? It's not right. Like there's a lot wrong about humanity. I don't mean that in a necessarily misanthropic way, but it's the facts. It's the state of affairs. It's where we're at. Third thing that happened, but really the first thing that happened. But technically the second thing that happened, because I now have 4 things. But remember, the fourth thing took place before the first thing, which was actually this thing I'm naming as the third thing because I went in reverse order. I saw a post. I know. Who could have seen this coming? I saw a post on the internet. But no, I saw a post where basically it was this guy. He was saying when you sleep with someone, you absorb like their energy or something. It was bullshit, bro. And I'm probably going to drop a TikTok about it soon. But basically he was saying that specifically women should stay pure. Right, like that women, like you sharing your body with someone is such a special experience. It's important that you stay pure, so like your insides, like you're completely fine. It was the stupidest shit I've ever heard. Again, it was this whole, magical, spiritual, lyrical babble. Him trying to say, just at the end of the day, women don't get a high body count because your purity matters. Because otherwise you're tainting your soul. It's literally bullshit. And I've been looking for a lot of men lately to stitch videos. You know what I mean? To, disagree with what they're saying, point out their misogyny. Because obviously I point out a bunch of misandry on my pages. But, they're hard to find because, again, I tell people, there was one person literally came to my live multiple days and was like, hey, how come you don't make videos about women? I was like, tag me in something. They're like, okay, I will. Twice they did that. I checked my tags. They didn't tag me in shit, bro. But anyways, okay, I get those comments. I'm like, I get it. I understand. I definitely want to give off the vibe of someone who's, giving equal opportunity. But it's like, if I don't see the videos, I don't see the videos. I don't know what I can do. And that's not just a line I could say. It's like, I truly don't see the videos. I wish I saw the videos. I wish I saw these misogynistic men that you tell me about on the internet. Now, mind you, I know they're there, but I don't see the videos, literally. And I refuse to make videos about Myron Gaines, fresh and fit dude, like 10 times in a row, or dude from whatever podcast like 10 times in a row. I take yappers and I yap versus they're yapping. Anyways, I see his video, bro, and I'm like, okay, bet, like, let me call out this misogyny. But then I look in the comment section and it's a bunch of people, but like they're women and they're like, yeah, you know what? This is so right. This is so real because blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, he literally told you the same thing that Andrew Tate type guys tell you. Like, oh, you lose your value when you sleep with this much men, being ran through is bad because you no longer have any value. He told you that same thing, but the difference is he said, spiritually, your soul will get tainted. And that shit just, when I say it pushed me over the edge. It pisses me off because as you guys know, if you followed me for quite a bit, or I mention it a lot, I get a ridiculous amount of misogyny allegations based off my content. Whether that be, my dating stories where I literally just would mention me being in a talking stage with someone and then the talking stage either not working out or just a little argument or just sometimes literally even just a funny thing that happened, right? Then, went to manipulation tactics, gender neutral. I literally, in every video, I was like, yep, these are gender neutral tactics. And they're like, you're a misogynist for this. I was like, And then gave out takes on why I don't think being a provider man makes sense. Oh, he's a misogynist. He hates women. I see, videos of women saying that, like, they'll just be saying, like, stupid shit, like, about their boyfriend, to some dude they dated. I'm like, hey, that's some stupid shit. Misogynist. The allegation. But when it comes to my actual takes, and these are takes that I've stated on the internet, I am possibly the most feminist guy on the internet. Like, when it comes to true feminism, like, I obviously don't think men should be entitled to women's bodies. Like, as far as like, oh, like they paid for the date, so you have to put out, like, I've never even, like, again, I'm anti-paying for dates. I still never even said, oh, well, but if I did pay for a date, they should put out, or if he spends all his money on you, you should put out, da, da, da. Never done that, okay? Never shamed anybody for having a high body count. always have been anti telling women what to wear. You know, like if you have a girlfriend, like, hey, you can't wear this. Always been against that. Telling them what to post if they want to post something that they feel like they look good in. I've been pro sex work, but like not sex work from the like as far as like just like straight like gooning. I mean, as far as like I think, you know, if you want to date a stripper, if you want to date someone who has OnlyFans, that's perfectly fine. I think those are perfectly normal people. I don't think they're the antichrist for partaking in that kind of system. I understand why women would take advantage of their own oppression if they can monetize it, you know, through like the sexualization of themselves. I think that's completely reasonable. I don't think women should be looked down upon when they don't have children. I don't think they should be looked down upon when they have single mothers. Literally in the midst of the whole wizard list thing, when people are like, oh, single mom this, single mom that, I made a video about it. I was like, hey, I don't think we should shame single mothers. I don't agree with that because I think, you know, single mothers are good. I was raised by a single mother. I think it's problematic when women are viewed as baby making factories when they're expected to take care of children by themselves. I think if the father is in the life, he should be very present in the life of the child. And I don't think women should do all the domestic labor in a household. I'm pro-choice. What more is there? Truly. Like as far as feminist issues, what more is there that like you think I genuinely wouldn't agree with, right? Oh yeah, people have been saying that the pay gap's a myth. I've never said the pay gap's a myth. I believe in the pay gap. Like I think that's a thing that exists. That should indeed be rectified. I literally have taught people on TikTok about compulsory heteronormativity, which is it's feminist literature. I literally have I have a YouTube video on here that's called How to Respect Women. Like straight up, it's like Respecting Women 101, something like that. I point out benevolent acts of misogyny. I always emphasize how important it is as a man to treat the women you're dealing with, or any woman in general, like an equal. Okay, now sometimes that leads me down roads that these people don't like because they don't want to get rid of the patriarchy. They just want what they want from it and then not what they don't want from it. But again, it's like, look at all that, okay? Ultra progressive. But I get called a misogynist because one, dating stories where I was either talking to multiple people at once, I didn't want to do something, I didn't want to be in a relationship with somebody, like these stories, manipulation tactics that multiple times I said we're gender neutral, and people just assume they're about women, even though people always assume I'm gay. So I'm like, how does that even work? And then I don't think men should be providers, and I don't think women should just be able to harass men because they're women. Which both of these, women not being able to harass men and men not being providers, these are feminist takes. Like when you get to the root, they are feminist takes. Because I'm not treating women like some, I kind of mentioned that earlier, like not treating women like some toddler throwing a tantrum, like, oh, yep, it'll be done soon, gotta let it happen, or ha ha ha, that's so cute. Oh yes, I think women can work jobs. I think they can and should work jobs. I think when you're in a relationship with one, you guys should both contribute equitable. Yeah, that's the word, equitable. Because it's not equal, right? Definitely not equal, because if you make different money, you make different money, but like just equitable, okay? You know what I'm saying? But it's like nowadays people mostly take the provider thing and the, you know, me holding women accountable thing, and they're like, oh my gosh, misogyny, that's it right there. But meanwhile, this dude is literally like, hey, women, you shouldn't sleep with men. You shouldn't, you need to keep your body count low. Literally, misogyny 101, that take was. But because he dressed it up and he made them feel special, like they have these superpowers because, oh, sleeping with you is so magical, you don't understand, you're so, like, literally, if you get fucking spiritual miracle on a lot of these internet hoes, bro, they're going for it. And that's another one, bro. I just called them hoes, but like, I kind of just like saying the term hoes. I call men hoes too. But anyway, point is, I was very much campaigning against the usage of the word female to describe women. Like when it happens, like I always be like, hey man, you know, women don't like the term female, so let's not call women female. But it's like, what more can I do? Like what, how much more of a feminist can I be truly? Like literally their definition of feminism, I'm not talking about all of anybody. I'm talking about these people I'm talking about is, you know, woman says something, I'm like, okay, I am, oh yeah, a man should pay for my rent, you know, even though I have a job and I'm a grown woman. That's what they want from me. That's what they want. I don't have to communicate with my man because he should just know. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to take any accountability for how I was in a relationship. Basically him breaking up with me, it was because he was lame and secretly gay. Like, I don't get it. Like, what am I supposed to do? And I'm not going to lie, bro, I don't know if I want to elaborate on this, but I feel like part of the hate I get is because I'm attractive, obviously, and feminine. The feminine part, like for real, but also the attractive part. Again, don't feel like elaborating on that. I mean, other than the obvious like homophobia that comes my way. But I feel like, again, them, okay, I'm kind of elaborating a little bit, but it's like them seeing my handsome face, them seeing, they're like, oh my gosh, is he like kind of gay? They instantly want to hate. They're not fucking with it. But it's also that, and also other people on the internet, right? Like a lot of times, you hear men say stuff about dating. There was, before I started posting, bro, a lot. I mean, again, I doubt it disappeared, but there was a lot of misogyny on the app, on the internet in general. Like I think I definitely started posting after Andrew Tate became popular. So it's like I feel like a lot of times, certain groups, like they'll hear, like now they'll see like me talking. They're like, oh, this is a man talking. Like, he must be on that bullshit. Especially if it's something they don't want to hear. Because I get accused of being red pill all the time. And the crazy thing about red pill is like I'm always preaching anti-red pill things. Red pill literally believes in provider men. Like legitimately. And I, dude, the Wizard Liz fans, spoiler alert, that's number 4. But the Wizard Liz fans calling me red pill is crazy when they literally are standing a woman who is into traditional relationships, which is what the red pillars are into. You literally are just two sides of the same coin. And I've always preached anti-red pill value. So it's just, it's insane. Like now, like, again, red pill used to mean something, and now it's just an insult for any man who disagrees with them. And my thing is, it's irritating because it doesn't have to be like this. And again, like, I know women in real life, right? So I'm like, what's with this fucking like internet version of feminism that's happening right now? But then again, what this video is about, I can't blame the internet. These are people, bro. These are just human beings. It's just, for some reason, when a bunch of niggas, bro, get into a space, all hell breaks loose. They just start saying stupider and stupider shit. And the thing is, there's so much, oh my gosh. There's so much when it comes to like those brands of feminism where, and just same thing with pro-blackness, other things of the sort, where it's just like, oh, I want this way. I'm gonna say it's a feminist thing because I benefit from it. Like I knew we were cooked when they made provider manning into a feminist issue. Like someone who doesn't want to provide, he hates women, misogynist. Like what? Like what are we on? And again, these are people on the internet. A lot of chronically online people are a thing. Which again, chronically online people, they're still people. Some of them still go outside. You meet chronically online people in your day to day. So it's like, yeah, most of the women I come into have no beef with me, but the people who have beef with me, they have real beef with me. Like the people on the internet who like hate me for whatever reason. Yeah. And obviously a lot of men do too, but like people on the internet who hate me, they hate my ass, bro. Because 1, they don't fucking listen. And 2, they want everything to be a thing. Like remember when I got into it with that woman where basically she called me the F slur. So I called her fat. And then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, BRS hates black women. Like what? And again, it's like you can look at these things and the whole DL, witch hunt thing, Salem witch hunt, McCarthyism. You can look at so many examples that align with what happens on the internet. Like this is not internet shit. This is a bunch of people get together and decide to be stupid. Number 4, okay, Wizard Liz fans. The way they're actively not listening to me is crazy. I made a video where basically, because they keep getting rage baited, right? Where there'll be a Wizard Liz video and then a bunch of men will comment like, oh, single mom. I kind of referenced this video earlier. And a bunch of them were in the comments are like, oh, well, who made her a single mom? It's his fault, da 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 da. And then I made a video. I'm like, yo, like they don't care about the fact that it's his fault. They just care that she's a single mom. Like I'm explaining the rage. I literally in the video, I think I used the term rage bait. I was like, yeah, like they're rage baiting you. These are rage baiters. They don't care about the fact that he did it or how we got to this situation. They just care that she's a single mom because they think that's shameworthy. That's what's happening. So you trying to argue that I always want to call him Nathan, that Landon like caused this issue by cheating on her and making her a single mom? They don't care because all they care about is the result of them being a single mom. They're in that comment section, still don't know. They are confused out of their mind. They are none the wiser. And of course, I'm getting all sorts of like death threats, all sorts of like homophobic, racist DMs. I mean, comments too, but like all DMs. Getting a bunch of, oh my gosh, you're obsessed. You keep making videos, comments. And it's like, bro, like this is my job. This is how I make money. And one young lady made a post about me, and in her caption, she was like, oh yeah, the Wizard Liz makes more money than you. And it's like, okay. Okay, but I make more money than you though. And the thing is, look, obviously I make really good money, but I wouldn't have known for a fact I make more money than this person other than until they decide to flex someone else's money. Like that's how you know someone's not confident in their monetary fund. Like, because if you want to shit on me, you can shit on me. Like, oh, I think you're broke. I think you're this. I think you're that. But like you being like, hey, this rich person, this documented rich person has more money than you. What are we talking about here? But you see what I mean? Oh yeah, a bunch of people tell me I'm sucking Landon's meat. Oh, he's not gonna let you hit, blah 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 blah. I have not said one thing about that man who cheated on that woman. I've not said one thing good about him, literally ever. And the only negative things I said about Wizard Liz is, oh, her content was, I think I allude to the fact that her content was toxic. But I said, hey, I don't have a problem with her. Definitely don't wish she got cheated on. I feel bad. Like this, she didn't deserve that. I've said that on multiple occasions. But they're coming to my comments as if I'm hating on her, bro. And then they have the nerve to be surprised that I keep making videos about it when, one, they keep giving me more content about it, and two, it's like every video I post about it hits at least 100K. Like what am I? I'd have to be stupid to stop. Like, it literally reminds me of the Kendrick Drake beef, and I mentioned this in a TikTok today on my third account though, so it's not that deep. But Kendrick and Drake beef, literally, I made like a couple videos about it, right, in a couple days, and I checked, and I made 4,000 off those videos. But then I remember I was like, okay, but let me slow down though, so I don't like oversaturate, because I'm like this, like I don't want people to like think, oh, you're just doing this one topic too much. But then by the time it was all over, I was like, bro, I'm a fucking dumbass. Like I could have got so much more money. Why did I stop making videos about it? But of course, it's like I could explain that to the Wizard Liz fans. They wouldn't care, because nobody cares. They want everything, and when I say they, I mean people. People want everything to be a thing. They want to be able to hate on this thing, like, oh my gosh, you're doing this. Like anything where it's like people either want to agree 100% and be like, yep, 100% right, or disagree entirely. Like you can have a video, and I've had this before. I've had videos where literally I say a bunch of shit, and then there's one sentence that someone doesn't like, and people are like, oh, you lost me there. Like, what do you mean I lost you, bro? It was one sentence. Like, how are you gonna be so on board with what I'm saying? My bad, I'm putting socks on right now. I need to get another delivery. But basically, how are you gonna agree with everything I'm saying? You're like, yeah, this dude's spitting, blah 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 blah. I say one thing, yeah, bro, literally, like when I say I don't think body count matters, when I make posts about that, I always get some comments from dudes being like, hey, this is when I unfollow you, bro. Like an unfollow because I don't think body count matters, which again, my opinion does not affect your life at all. Like all I'm saying is, I think people with high body counts, there's nothing wrong with it. Like I'm literally not even shaming anybody. And it's like, oh, bro, nah. Like you're not shaming the people I shame. Fuck out of here. But again, these are people, okay? This is not the internet making people do these things. These are people doing what they do when they're exposed to one another. And yes, like there's the element of, you're online. Like people don't necessarily see your face. Like someone can't punch you in the face. But the thing is, this is how people truly are. Like when you give someone power, like this is what I always say, when you give someone money, power, like everything they want, they are truly who they are because there's no limitations there. They don't have anything to fear, right? They don't have to worry about anything happening like that. That is who they are when they have absolute power. Like if someone gave you the power, you couldn't get arrested, couldn't go to jail, you'd never go hungry, no one could ever physically harm you, you couldn't pass away. You would become exactly who you are as a person. So that's why when people say stuff like, oh yeah, like money corrupts people, I don't believe that. Like you are always who you are at your root. And again, like that's what I'm saying. It's not the money. It's people. This is how we are. And yes, there are good people out there, whatever. But when people get on the internet, now they have this power. They can say anything. They have complete like free will to say anything. No one's gonna like hit them. Like, yes, some people can get like canceled, but like literally there's maybe like 5 things you could say to actually get canceled as a civilian. So these people become who they are. They unleash more realistic or more true opinions, I mean to say. Like what these people are saying, like that's truly what's in their heart. Like that is how they feel. Right now, can you get everything from someone's social media? Of course not. Again, like there are like I said, like I have all those feminist takes. A lot of people wouldn't know because they never fucking ask. You know what I mean? So it's not a substitute for getting to know a person in real life. But what I am saying, like the notion where it's like, oh, you get on the internet and oh, these aren't real people. They are real people. These people do exist. And there is a lot more of them than you believe. And there's so many people who don't care, pretend to care about things, very performative, don't listen, don't want to listen because they want something that they can feel strongly about, whether that be negative or positive. And they want to hear what they want to hear. Like again, like that. They want to hear that guy, give them the misogyny, but coat it in icing. But they don't want to hear the feminism with salt on it, And it's ass because how would we fix this? We can't. Again, like these are just people. This is who humanity is. And yes, like I guess you can say people being in close quarters, people being able to contact people at any time, people being able to post something and everyone being able to see it, that affects things. Yes, it affects things. But people couldn't act this way if it wasn't who they were internally. Again, like all these like crazy like hate trans, bro, fucking the niggas who were saying stuff about Kobe Bryant's wife when they thought she was pregnant. Like there's no stopping that. Like there's no, oh, well, actually it wasn't like that. Like, no, if that's how you feel, that's genuinely how you feel. And that's a problem if you don't think a woman can move on after her husband died 5 years ago, or again, however long. It's not your business, to be real. Meaning it's not your business, like her grieving process, how she handles it. So yeah, anyways, there's no hope. Very bleak video. But that is indeed the video. Let me think. State of affairs. No, just consistent. Just been on the grind. I really have to use the bathroom right now. I have to go number 2, so I'm gonna hurry up this ending. But thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Everything I have to say. I'm so sorry, and I love you. Okay, have a great day, night, evening, morning. Wait, hold up. One state of affairs. Bro, someone commented, and they said, someone commented on my TikTok, and they said, bro, you should put, for at least a week, do 2 uploads a day with a 2-hour minimum. And I'm like, bro, I know you're probably joking, but see, you see me right now, bro, just thinking of that gets me tired. Please, bro, please, 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 bro. I'm only one man. And mind you, this is yapping content. Yapping, bro. Like I'm just talking. Like, not me going daily as it is, not to suck my own dick, but it's already insane. Like, once a day on top of, the 9 TikToks and then the streaming, which, bro, I be streaming for a long time nowadays. Like, I'm actually insane for putting this much work in. So yeah, bro, come on, please, bro, please. Like, wait, oh no, no, no. What, bro? What? No way. Okay, no, I'm not. I can't be. I'm not connected. Bro, this can't be real. And hold up one second. I accidentally started streaming, so then I unstreamed real quick. But I thought usually what I do now is I disconnect my account so I don't accidentally do that. Yeah. Anyways, bro, please. I need y'all to understand, bro. This is already. It can be quite draining. Like, trust me, I love it, but it is a lot of work to put in. But I do it because I do love you guys. Okay, another video ending. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, everything I've said. I'm so sorry, and I love you. Have a great day, night, evening, morning.